guys. So don't mind the mess. I have all my freelance stuff back there. I haven't put away. I have just my iced coffee from the morning. I wanted to sit down with you guys really quick. Today is January 30th. And I posted a lot about my habit tracker last month and then again this month, and every time I post about it I get a ton of questions, and I figured this would be a cool way to make a video on just my habit tracker and on my New Year's resolutions for 2019. And everything that I have that I'm going to show you guys is from Condren.com. Super reasonably priced, and you can customize pretty much everything. She has so much stuff on there. I love that website. So anyways, I have this. It's really convenient for my journal because the journal doesn't have like any pockets anywhere to put like a pen or anything like that. So I bought this, and it has already like a little strap on it to kind of put wherever you want. So I take this with me to the gym, and this is where I have my workouts on here. So here's like my detailed like fitness tracker. So this is the 5 days out of the week, all of my workouts, and each week goes down like this. And then I have like little mini trackers here, and one is for the sauna and one is for cycling, which I haven't done either of those, which is why that tracker kind of shows you like, oh wow, like you haven't done shit, you know. This was my habit tracker for December, so I'm almost done with it. So you'll learn as you go along what you are going to keep, what you want to add, what you like don't really need. For this month, I kept all of them except for my workout one. I separated it into 2 of them. So I did one for strength training and one for cardio, so I know how much cardio and strength training I'm actually doing. I also want to do like deep stretching, like Pilates style stretching more often. I also added chore chart down here. I'm going to be starting my student teaching in about a month, so I want to get in the habit of checking our chore chart downstairs. Let me put some lip gloss on. So on our whiteboard downstairs, I have like a calendar on there. I'm sure you guys, if you see my other like kind of monthly planning videos, I will link them below or in the little eye up here. But I changed things around and I added a little chore chart. So I have a daily, a weekly, and a bi-weekly. 5 things like for each one. So yeah, I put that on there, but everything else is the same. The no eating out, my water intake, my morning temperature, my 7 to 8 hours of sleep, my green juice, no eating out, and that's it. So I have nine habit trackers for the month. This is pretty, like, this is as fancy as I'll get, you know, kind of thing. I've seen trackers super fancy, so I don't get like too crazy. I like things to be pretty simple, but then at the end I will kind of, you know, jazz it up a little bit to make it look cute. So for the markers I bought them on the Erin Condren website. So these are the markers that I have. These are just a few of them, and they're double-sided. So one side is like a pen, and then the other side is like a skinny marker. But I love these markers. They're the only ones that I use. They don't bleed through the pages or anything like that. And there are all kinds of different colors. I also bought her colored pencils. They come in this little like metal case, and they're super cute. They have all the colors at the bottom, and they fit nicely in this little case. And this is what I use to like color in my squares, or to just make things a little bit more colorful on top of the marker. I also did Rams's habit tracker this month. He said he wanted it like mine, and I just kind of changed it up a little bit so it wasn't exactly like mine. Made his like a little more manly, I guess, whatever that means. And also the stickers that I use on my planner, my journal, are also from the Erin Condren website. So actually in my planner I wrote down my New Year's resolutions. Definitely on the health wise, if you want to start getting healthier, it's just a very common New Year's resolution for a lot of people. If you want to start eating better, if you want to start whatever it is you're going to do, that's great. And just make a detailed plan on how you're going to do that, and not just make that broad statement. Because a lot of people just say like, oh, I'm going to start going to the gym. Yeah, I'm going to start going. Like, okay, well, when are you going to go to the gym, you know, kind of thing. So you want to just start, you know, kind of being more specific. So let's see, for my New Year's resolutions is sleeping earlier, reading every day, exercising 5 times per week, which is something I already do, but just kind of keeping that up. Keep stretching daily, so I want to do that. Like I said, I already wrote that in my habit tracker, so I'm going to start doing that. And then stop feeling guilty for spending money. So I do that all the time. And then also be early to things. So for sleeping earlier, we'll start with sleeping earlier. What I'm definitely going to do is set a timer for myself, a couple of timers to kind of tell me like, okay, like, you know, now it's time for you to get to your room. It's time to like do your skincare routine because you got to go to bed like 15 minutes. That really helps me. I'm a big timer person. So I'm going to include timers or alarms, I guess I should say. Not timers, I don't know if I said alarms or timers. But I do want to include more alarms for my sleeping, like to get to sleep earlier. And then reading every day. So I'm going to make a reading list of the 5 books that I want to read this year. So I'm going to start with the first one, and I'm going to keep it with me at all times, like with my journal, with my planner, in my bag. I'm going to keep it with me all the time, and I'm going to make it a habit to pull out my book to read as opposed to pulling out my phone to look at my phone when I have downtime. Because I find myself being on my phone doing nothing and just wasting time. So definitely want to kind of, you know, have a good balance of both of those things. So I feel like that would definitely help me read daily. And then my exercising is pretty good. I'm doing really good. So here's my November tracker and for just my workouts. So I did this big old tracker just for my workouts, but this is per week. So as you can see, I worked out 6 days this week. I worked out 7 days this week. And then this week I only did 3, but then this week I did 5. So this month in December, you can see my weeks right there. Like 5, 5, 5, 5. Like, so I'm keeping pretty consistent with my workouts. So that's just something I wanted to like write on paper just to make sure like I'm sticking to that. Which also, when I start my student teaching, I'm going to have to work out earlier than I am now, just because right now I have a little more time. I don't have like a time crunch to work out in the morning. It's a little more relaxed. But when I start my student teaching, I'm gonna have to get up at a certain time to be able to get ready to get out the door. So I definitely am going to need to sleep earlier to make sure I can get up earlier to work out. So that's where that sleep earlier came from. And then deep stretching every day. I used to be super flexible before I had the kids. In the 2 years that I had them, that I was pregnant with both of them, I like lost a lot of my flexibility. So I definitely want to get back in that. I also feel really, really good after I stretch all the time when I do deep stretching. So I definitely want to make that a habit to do every day as soon as I wake up or right before I go to bed. I also included these like more specific goals up here. So I have a family goal, a home goal, a health goal, a work goal, a personal goal, a fitness goal, and a money goal. So I'm going to be starting my student teaching at the end of the month. I've been a stay-at-home mom for the past 4.5 years since Jet was born. So it's going to be very different kind of routine, kind of vibes here at our house. So definitely going to be switching things up, trying to stay more on top of things because I'm not going to have as much time here. So definitely wanted to put a work goal in here for myself. And then a home goal, I put do one thing per month to make our home better. So whether that's, you know, fixing one of our drawers or buying a rug or adding shelves here and there. I also have a like list in my journal of like things that I want to do to the house or that I want to buy for the house. So that's like kind of just checking one thing off a month, you know, of something on that list. And then I put a personal goal for myself. So my personal goal is to stay organized and communicate with Ramses and have more patience. I'm just naturally pretty impatient. I try my best. I'm definitely way more patient than I used to be when I was younger, but I definitely like to remind myself to work on my patience because sometimes, you know, people test your patience, you know, so You can't let them win. So as far as for me to stay organized, communicate with Ramses, that's going to be two big things that I'm going to need to do, since we're going to be pretty much on opposite schedules for the next 4 months, from January to May, the beginning of May. So we're going to need to be able to communicate about the kids, about the house, about, you know, housework, or just general things that are going on with his work or with my work, to just keep ourselves, you know, updated with each other on things. So yeah, definitely wanted to write that in there just to remind myself to be patient, that not everything's going to go perfect, not everything's going to be how it is now. Not that it's perfect, but we've just created a routine, and it's been pretty lenient, pretty laid back, just because with Ramses, he's the only one that works, so his job is pretty much what we kind of go around and base our lives around, what he works and stuff, and I'm here, so it's not a big deal. But now, yeah, he'll be here while I'm at work, and then when I get home, he'll go to work. So it'll be different, you know. And then for my fitness goal, I just put stay active every day. So even if I don't go to the gym, and when I get home from work, I can take the kids to the park, I can go do some exercises, I can do my stretches here, I can do a video here. I have the Beachbody 21-day fix video, so I can do a 30-minute video here. So I just want to make sure I stay active every day. And then a health goal is to eat out less, because we do eat out quite a bit, like if we are not on top of it, and have my green juice and my apple cider vinegar every day. So those are my health goals. And then for a money goal, I just put do not touch emergency savings unless for an emergency, and continue on our budget that we have created. A habit I'm going to break is unnecessary phone time, because that also keeps me up at night, like just being on my phone, and I'll like look and it'll be like 20 minutes past and I'm like, oh my god, I need to get to bed. I'm just on the phone for no reason. So definitely want to break unnecessary phone time. And a skill I'd like to learn are teaching skills. Now that I'm done with my schooling, all I have is my student teaching left. So I'm definitely looking forward to learning more teaching skills. And then a good deed I'm going to do, and I put share more motivational things. So that's posts or just talking to people. I love when you guys message me and like ask me questions and stuff, and I can just like share with you guys like on what I do, just because it's taken me a long time to get into habits like this, or get into things that like work for me and that keep me motivated and hold me accountable and that help me, because it's really hard to find those things. And when I find things that like motivate me and help me, I really enjoy sharing that with you guys and seeing you guys like kind of thrive. And you know, because I've learned a lot from other people, so it's always like fun for me to pay it forward kind of thing. And then a place I'd like to visit, so I put Disneyland, because I know we're going to take the kids again to Disneyland next year, so that should be happening soon. And then a self-love goal I'd like to do is journaling daily, just making sure I'm taking care of myself. I'm holding myself accountable on my journaling, on my habit tracker. I don't necessarily journal every day, like write down what I did that day, like traditional journaling kind of thing. It's more of like my habit tracker, just writing down my thoughts or things that I did, something that happened that day, and I just want to document it. So I do like to check in with my journal daily. But yeah guys, that's it. That's all I have for my New Year's resolutions. Anyway, so I hope this video was helpful for you guys. I hope it was entertaining, at least maybe gave you some ideas for any resolutions you would like to do or achieve or reach, or however you describe it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are still with me in 2019 and I can continue to make videos for you guys and connect with you guys. So leave me any comments below on any of your New Year's resolutions, and I will see you guys in my... And it literally stopped recording. Look at my face. Bye guys.